Hi, Krista. Thank you so much for the virtual hug. I'm not actually really feeling that down, but what you saw with the emoting was more my experience of being anxious and overwhelmed, which is, I'll grant you, much of the time, but is different than feeling depressed. It's like a whole different pattern of thought, at least for me. Like, if I were depressed and I encountered the information, Emma Watson was threatened with having nude photographs exposed because she spoke in favor of feminism as a UN Goodwill ambassador, and I would just think, what is the point of doing anything? This is just all so typical, and I am powerless to change anything, and it's all so bad. That sort of style of thinking. Whereas my anxiety brain is more like, oh God, what if that happens? What if that were to happen to me? I think there might be nude photographs of me somewhere on the internet. Oh my God, people are going to show them to my mother and my job, and oh God, they're probably already calling my work and telling them about my sexual history. Whereas when I'm depressed, all of those thoughts might also occur to me, granted, but I usually can't muster enough energy to feel anxious about them. It's just another bad thing that's happening, and I just feel numb to it and everything else. But considering school just started, my mood's actually been pretty good. I came across a really nice post on Tumblr today about Eeyore from the Winnie the Pooh stories, and about how everybody in the forest still tries to include him in events, even though he's sort of sad all the time, but they don't expect him to change. Which I think was kind of a nostalgic view of the stories. I seem to recall him being told to cheer up a lot of the time, but the point is that Eeyore was somebody in my childhood that I guess I could relate to, and that got me thinking about Rabbit, and how much I related to Rabbit's character, who was kind of anxious, high-strung, concerned about bad things happening, and interested in following the rules. And while I definitely related to Rabbit's character, in that I was also kind of anxious and high-strung, I feel like Rabbit was less relatable, because they kind of made him an asshole. But all of that's just based on my memory of the story, which is from some Disney movies that I haven't seen since I was 10 at the very oldest, and some stories that my father read to me when I was like 4, maybe 6. Pretty friggin' vague. So, maybe one of these days, when I'm feeling down or overwhelmed about schoolwork, I'll take a break, decide to have hot cocoa and ice cream for dinner, and watch some Winnie the Pooh, because I am an adult. Krista, I hope your move wraps up smoothly, I hope the cleaning is a breeze, I hope your new place is wonderful, and I hope you have a great week. I will see you tomorrow.